Huh. That's crazy. Picked off my foot and I can turn off the video. Baffling, bamboozled. Through that little experiment, I did learn. Feet as well as hands turn things off. I'm aware a lot of things are connected to the childhood, which is why I'm so nice to children, because I don't know what my rude remark may cause to them. Rather, if it's a negative and or positive reaction is all dependent on who is being affected. So I figure if I just continue to be what I deem to be positive, where most societies and groups would agree, just be pleasant. Hi, how are you? Oh, that's cute. No, I just don't want to. I'm not going to raise my voice against you. I will say and stay stern. Are you the wood guy?
No, yeah, I am.
Okay, do you know where you're putting it?
Oh, I didn't bring any today. I wondered if Ken was around.
Huh?
Is Ken around here?
Oh, yeah, he's actually in the pole barn.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. I guess I'm not doing wood today. Why do I feel like the wood guy's related to him? Because there's a huge possibility. See, I'm torn a lot, but maybe in a different life. I figured if I had enough financial means, I would literally either have no kids, if not have a kid with just about any and every ethnicity, just so, like, I don't know, just to spread my seed and also to see what I would, it wouldn't be me, but just to see what, I don't know, what my sperm looks like in other cultures, I guess. What my likeness could look like if I was this or if I was that, but those aren't me. But how I tend to see is when you keep having reproduction with the same body is more or less you're just copying and pasting and copying and pasting. Not always the case. Some of the kids look nothing like their siblings and some look like exactly like, holy shit. Which is what I guess looks like it would fit, because the carpets would match the drapes, but that wouldn't be my dream. My dream was just to have kids that look like me, but don't always, because, well, this one's black. Well, this one's African, this one's Haitian, this one's part Jamaican, this one's part Indian, this one's part Hindu, this one's part Native American, this one's part Mexican, this one's part Argentinian, this one's part Portugal. I don't know why I almost said Portland. Mother flipper, why are we even down here? Move on to the next boards. I think I'll stop at 5 and go back and get the bottom boards. Like, if a person has the funds to have multiple kids with multiple baby mamas or multiple baby daddies, why drag them? Like, my only reason to drag somebody for having multiple baby mamas and baby daddies is if they're all horrible. Like, how you gonna do yourself like that? Have 5 kids, 6 kids, and you literally gotta take care of the 5 or 6 kids. Or always basically gotta go to court and have arguments and fights and just all out war just to get the love for the other side. If you know, you could have just, like, assuming it wasn't SA claims and accusations, not just claims and accusations, but assuming it's not SA children, like, you chose this motherfucker. You chose to have this baby. And essentially you chose the father as well, or the mother. And the problem with that is, I feel as if we don't ask enough of the right questions. I know I didn't. That's why I created a test that I'm still working on. Like, there's about 20-something plus questions, I want to say. that, but I know I could think of more. Then again, there's also such thing as good salesmen. They'll tell you the right things to get the sale, but you're already sold on me. Now it's time to truly be me. That's the hard part. Just because you want to hold on to what you remember, not what's shown up. But I would think that, for me at least, I did have a hard to deal with relationships due to the fact that my partner and I could not communicate well enough for anything to be achieved. So just constant arguments to the point that I'm pretty sure they cheated on me. No, I'm 100% sure, but the amount of cheating and how aggressive is what I'm unsure of. And the most precious thing that you have, regardless of the fact that I don't always value it, is time. And I guess you could say that time was wasted, yet there was a lesson to be learned in the time that you spent with that person. You've learned, assumably, what you do and don't like, at least coming from a partner. Assumably, maybe you've picked up some new hobbies. Assumably, maybe you've shed some bad characteristics about yourself. Assumably, you may have also adopted some bad characters as well, because not every companionship is a healthy one. Yet to each his own, and we all define love differently. So it's hard for me to just listen to your stories and agree, because you may like it aggressive. I might like it more vanilla. Isn't that why we do such intense questioning, or is it just quick to the bedroom, quick to the dating, quick to the altar, and then the rest of the years, well, we spend that hating each other, tearing each other down, clowning each other. I refuse to do that to myself. But yeah, I might hate myself, but not that bad. I don't always show the best love to myself, but never again. I learned throughout my younger years what I do and don't want in relationships. The communication is very vital. If I cannot communicate with you, and or if we communicate and it always ends in arguments, if not always instigates arguments, regardless of the fact that I'm not trying to start a fight. Why? I'm going to leave real quick. And you can call me whatever you want, but it doesn't mean I'm going to answer. I communicate for clarity, not for confusion. While others communicate for deception. So I was going to stop at 5 and go back. Son of a... I'll get these 2 top boards and then go back. I've always said, and I'll always say, I'd rather break every single bone in my body than go through a psychological assault. Because the respect is different for each one. It's essentially, to me, how I think, treating a sliver to heart surgery. To not be able to see the wounds that ail you. To not be able to show people proof that you have been hurt. To not be able to show the work that you've put in to make it seem like it doesn't hurt. To be driven mad by language, by actions. And nobody could tell, even though you always screamed, they were a better screen performer than you. The reputation was too pure, glorious. They created the perfect illusion, so therefore, nobody would ever question them. Only question those that outcry. But how many liars can tell the exact same story? Wait, no, how many liars can make up different stories, but all in the same way? Yet they do this with no pay, with their reputation on the line. Why would they do this? Maybe not all of them are lying. Or maybe they all are. That's an issue. Because everybody could be wrong. Or everybody but one. Someone's got to be right, statistically speaking. But it doesn't necessarily mean they have to be in that room with you. The madness of mating. The madness of existence. The madness of the system. The madness is somebody's dream. I would love to see way more apple trees, orange trees, pears, just randomly around the city, of all cities, just because it's the easiest and the simplest way to help with world hunger. But if you stop and think about it, the system only works because it's broken, because without bad guys, there would be no need for police. Without fires, there would be no need for firefighters. Without poor education, there would be no need for all of it. And I still feel as if, like, the lowest form of policing would need is at least security officers, because most of us would be morally correct enough to either stop it, band together to stop whatever issue is going on, be more educated to not even get so quick to swinging. And if so, we'd be more likely to fight it out instead of shooting it out, because at least if you fight it out, you go home at the end of the night. If you shoot it out, well, you still go home, but not everybody gets to see you. They won't see you the same, they won't remember you the same. Things will be wild and radically insane. No, when you go out, some don't give a fuck. Some wake up just to destroy things. Some wake up just to build things. Some don't even want to wake up, but they still do. Their will's weak, so won't work. So what will they do? Who really knows? They don't even either. They're just here, waiting for it all to end. Is it just their life, or is it everyone else's? Who really knows? They just don't wanna be here no more. Ooh, no more. But they wake up, and they do things like we all do. But do we know them? No, they're actors and actresses. You won't see shit to be that. Next to me. It's always hard for me to tell people what I need, because I don't really need much aside from finances. and somebody to empty my balls every once in a while. But I could always masturbate all the time, but it's no fun. None of those seem like, and I just don't have the confidence to say either of those yet. But it's just, I don't know, it just seems weird to say that. Like, what do you need? I don't know. Like, I could sit in a room all by myself and just have my hands and feet to play with. I'd be fine as long as, the electrical bill was paid for, and as long as, I didn't have to worry about paying for the room as well. As long as, I didn't have to worry about just basic things about being a functional human in society. I feel as if I could live with bare minimum. Like, it'd drive me even more insane than I already am, but, like, the ability to adapt. But I still don't believe I've adapted well to this. Maybe one day. You better not be stacking wood, because that's my job. But I was told there was not going to be any wood, so I'm confused. I confused. I don't know even when I lose. I confused. I confuzzled. I don't know why I be misused. I confused. I just did what you asked me to. Now, while you're mad at me, cut the attitude. I confused. What did I do? Overly, always wanting to do for you, not caring who you are. Him, she, I be bending all the time. No, I didn't know that this was a crime. I just wanted to be the friend. I just wanted to be invited. I just am so delighted. Every time I make them smile, I'm just trying to be here for a while. I'm just trying to be the best I can. I'm just trying to be their best of friends. I didn't know they wanted to see my end. My derriere, trying to tear it up. They just here to fuck me up all the time. Always, if it's not physically, it's mentally. They just want to steal from me. And I'm happy because they're smiling at me. Smiling with me. Smiling because they know they got it super easy. All these rambling thoughts. I'm filling this up. Not to the brim, though. I'm filling this up. No.